Hello and thanks for joining me today. This is Danny, and welcome back to our lagoon. As you can see, we have a lot of problems right now. All of a sudden, like, things are just falling apart. If you remember at the end of the last episode, our population was dropping like crazy, but all of our stats were perfectly fine. And I think I kind of figured out what was going on. As you can see, there's a lot of dead. There's a lot of dead bodies around, and it is not because of lack of crematoriums. We've got plenty of capacity. I mean, our roads are all green, our traffic is fine, but people are dying off at alarming rates. They're just dying, and I think what's happening is our population is aging, and it just so happens that the timing is such that my most populous, my most densely populated parts of the city were built at such a time ago that all the people who live there are now dying because they're elderly. We have a high aging population. 21% seniors right now. That's 1 out of 5 people, and it was higher. 371 deaths per week. And actually, if we look at our city statistics, here you can see our population dropping. It's actually coming up again. We're in the green now, finally. So our population is coming back up. But if we look at the death rate, you can see there was a huge spike. And then here's the spike that we had earlier. And if we look at our population changes, we'll see that that's where our population dropped. And then here it's dropping again. So that is what's going on. And the birth rate is not keeping up right now, but now it's catching up. So so things are kind of in flux right now because of our population dying off. All of a sudden, our industry is having trouble getting workers. So a lot of those places were going abandoned and burning, which then led to another problem. Because we didn't have enough industry, we all of a sudden, our commercial districts were complaining that these little things, these little icons are telling us that there's not enough goods to sell. Which is to say there's not enough industry in the city to support the commercial. So we're kind of in a catch-22 here because we have a low demand for residential, so we can't just plop a bunch more. We can't just plop a bunch more residential and expect that to fix the problem. Although I plopped a bunch more residential, but it's filling in very slowly because the demand is so low right now. Our unemployment is also very low, but you can see our demand for industry is also pretty high right now. But our existing industry is struggling, so we got to kind of fix this problem first. So what I'm thinking about doing, so if you ever run into this problem where your population just starts dropping uncontrollably, or just for no apparent reason, be prepared for a collapse. And also realize it's probably, assuming that your transportation networks are all good, that you're not having, because the first thing that I would suspect when I see population dropping is that we have a lot of traffic backups, and actually we are seeing a couple here and there, but nothing major. It's mostly just light red. That would be my first thing I would suspect, because a broken down transportation network breaks everything in the city. Nothing works if your transportation doesn't work. And then all the other stats looked good. So if you run into that situation, it's probably the case that your population is dying off, and that's what happened here. And of course, now the older folks are dying off. The ratio of old to young is also dropping, which means that eventually things are going to balance out. So that's the craziness that's going on now. So what I want to try to do, I'm hoping that this will help, is I want to look into opening up transportation to the outside world to see if we can increase the amount of goods that are coming into the city so that our need for industry within the city isn't as high. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'm going to try it out, because one problem that really we've been having in this city ever since we started educating our citizens is that there weren't enough uneducated citizens to work in the industry. So our industry has been struggling really for a long time, but right now it's really struggling because all the old factory workers are dying off. So what was I going to do? So I was looking at this thing, this cargo hub, which it's a cargo harbor. Ships out goods and brings in materials for your industry. Now it says it brings in materials for your industry, and I'm hoping that also includes commercial as well. We'll be okay. Alright. Now let's just get a road there. Alright, let's see how that works out. It's up and running. Importing goods. So there is a little bit of importing going on here. That's good. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, when I first put it up, it was a lot of trucks dropping stuff off, exporting, which. Okay, good. That's what I was hoping for. Oh yeah, look at that. That's all imports. Nice. Since that ship came in, yeah, these are all going to shops. Oh, good. Perfect. Oh, that's a worker. Hot dog van. Look at that. Just a big stream of cars. Heading to downtown. Perfect. I sure hope these hope these dead people will get picked up soon. Jeez. They're not red yet, which means they haven't been there terribly long. It's been a long time since my last check-in, and I've done quite a bit of stuff. I actually spent a lot of time just kind of micromanaging my traffic with Traffic Manager. This is a really awesome mod. If you don't have this mod installed and you want a city that actually is big and doesn't have traffic problems, this Traffic Manager it's indispensable. I cannot imagine this game without it. I mean, it lets you time stoplights, like this one. Like, actually, these two stoplights I have synchronized, and it really allows me to. You can turn off stoplights. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. That's just really adds a whole nother dimension to this whole game. I also built I started building a new neighborhood over here, close, just across the river from downtown, and just down the road from our tourism district. And I also added a couple of mods since my last check-in. You might notice that I don't have any fog. Also, I can zoom in now to first-person view, which is awesome. And I can zoom way out. What else did I do? I got the clouds and fog toggler. I have the enhanced zoom that allows me to zoom into first person and then all the way out. I also have this all spaces unlockable. So we now have... Whoops. We now have a much bigger city. I bought some of these areas down here, but previously we could only buy this little area right here, and that mod lets us buy all the way out here. So now we have a lot of room to work with. So we're going to be able to add. So I have a few plans out here, not necessarily today, but I actually want to make this a little vacation island, and I want to have a little mountain suburb over here in the mountains, which will be a little difficult because some of these steeper slopes aren't going to be zonable, but that's fine. It'll be a rural, a rural like suburb or exurb maybe even. And I'm gonna expand my industry off in this direction. That's for the future. Before we do that, there's two things I actually want to do today, and one of them is to increase population, because we've been kind of hovering around 90,000, and right now our population is dropping once again. But we have a little bit of demand for everything, so that's why I'm expanding over here. I'm gonna expand probably this area as well. And actually fill in some of this. Of course, I like to try to keep my city expansion somewhat natural looking. You know, I'm not one of these players that just wants to get a big population and just zone as much high density as I possibly can in order to get the most densely populated city imaginable. For me, it's all about making a realistic looking city that has some character. So anyway, I want to do population growth and I want to do the monuments. Like, I think we can actually get a couple of these out today. Decided on the Eden project because we only have two unique buildings that we have to build for it right now because we built everything else. One of them is this servicing services office, and the other is the Cathedral of Plentitude, open for all religions. So, and I think both of these things will actually help with land value as well. So that'll be pretty cool. Oh, it's huge. Oh my gosh. It's going to look a little weird out here. Sticking it over here. The servicing services out here in our office park, in our big office park. I think it kind of fits in with my plans for this little area. And it's right next to that other big ugly thing. What is that? Transport tower. So I'm going to put that there, and then our cathedral, let's see, where would be a good place for the cathedral? There's this guy. Oh boy. Our budget is in the red. That is okay though, it will fix itself. Actually, let's put the cathedral in our new neighborhood over here. I'd like it to be a little bit more centralized so that, because you can see the large radius of happiness that it causes. So I don't want to waste it all out in the ocean or on this cliff, because we're not going to be able to build much on this cliff. So let's see, where can we kind of maximize the benefits of this thing? That's so big. Actually, maybe right about here. I think I built this little cul-de-sac. I thought that would be kind of neat, but maybe we'll put the cul-de-sac over there, even though this was really tough to build. Just because of the slope here, and actually the slope might even prevent us from placing this thing. Oh, darn it. There it is. Oh boy. That doesn't look too bad. It's kind of neat. Cool. So we have those. Now we can do our Eden project, which is probably going to be ginormous. Oh, okay. It's not terribly big. Cool. Ooh, and look at the huge happiness radius for that one. Okay. Where do we want this? Alright, I think I'm going to put this out in the suburbs. Right there. Nice. There it is. The Eden project. Cool. Now I'm going to build up the area around it and try to make a high value suburban neighborhood here. Actually, we already have this and these. These both have pretty high values, as we can see. And this should actually increase the value around here even more. You could hear all the upgrading going on. The ding, 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 ding. It's still going. Alright, here's our Eden Project neighborhood. I'm trying to avoid having to put power lines out here. There we go. Yay, it's powered. Nice. Wow, I probably should have showed you the land value map before I did this, but my highest land values were kind of in the turquoise area. Now everything, the entire city is like bright green. 83, whatever that is per meter squared. That that is cool. It's a huge boost to land value. Now my population is coming up again. Hopefully it'll keep doing that and won't drop again. And we got money coming in again. Nice. That's awesome. So I guess it didn't really matter where I placed this thing. It affected the entire city. We're almost there. We're almost to 100,000 finally. Crazy, and our demand for industry and offices just keeps on, man. That's mostly what I've been doing today. I did a little bit of residential zoning, but mostly it's been office and commercial. So I'm gonna work on getting another. Once we hit 100,000, this was my plan. I was gonna just work on population growth, and once we reach 100,000, I want to do our next monument, the Hadron Collider, because that'll take care of our education. And then we can get rid of all of our schools and stuff, which feels wrong. So we're gonna build the Theater of Wonders, the aquarium, nice, and that's it. That's all we would have to. Actually, I think there was one in here that we had to do still. The Colossal Order offices. Oh, man, that's big. There we go. Looks like something that you would see popping up out of a suburban landscape, I think. Crap. Okay. Go away. There. So we have our little office park over here with our one big, huge office building. Colossal Order. It's already a very nice office park. Done it. 100,000 people. 100,323. That's our current population. And there is our aquarium. But yeah, it works pretty good for this too. There we go. Now, dun, 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 dun. Now we can do a monument. I mean, that was a monument. Yeah, now we can do a monument. The Hadron Collider. Let's see. And this thing is apparently kind of loud. I don't think it really matters where we put it. There. This is our science district. We've got our aquarium, our Hadron Collider. Nice. Now I gotta get some more offices again. Ooh, look at that. It's all red. Whoa. Nice. Alright. Things have been thriving, except we're kind of running into another unstable spot. Got 27% seniors, our population is dropping, and our demands are coming down again. And we have fairly high unemployment. So I'm trying to fix that right now. I want to get some more tourists in the city. I made 2 districts downtown, and this one is going to be a tourist district, which means we're going to lose a bunch of commercial. Which is going to kind of suck. But I think it'll help in the long run. And this one I'm thinking is going to be our rec district because this has all of our recreational stuff. But I'm going to hold off on that. I just want to see how this tourism thing goes. We're going to lose a bunch of commercial. Our demand is going to go up. People are going to lose their jobs. And it's going to be a big mess. But I think around the space elevator, it would be good to have some tourism specialty. And then I kind of made this a strip. I made it the tourism strip. So this whole street is all tourism heading down toward the Statue of Liberty. So we'll see how that works out. I need to get some more commercial. Oh, actually, our demand for residential is coming up again, and our population is coming up again. Good. I expanded off in this direction. I've got a bunch of offices out here because our demand for offices was just... It seemed insatiable. I just kept zoning and zoning and zoning. This district is doing really well, and it's looking nice. We'll have to take a little tour of this district at the end today. We'll do the ground level tour, which I hadn't done last time when we updated it, so that should be fun. This little new district is doing pretty well too. We've got some more office, two little office districts here, and then this is all commercial down this main strip. And of course, this was our little tourism, our first designated tourist thing. We added 2 new monuments today. We only have 2 left. And that is the medical center and the fusion power plant. And this will satisfy all of our city's needs for medicine, for health and all that stuff. I don't think it helps with death care though, which kind of sucks because death care is kind of a pain sometimes. And then we have our fusion power plant, especially now that we have so many senior citizens. I have a feeling we're going to have oh, we got traffic backups here. What's going on? All of a sudden everybody wants to turn left here, and I timed this... When I timed this stoplight, that wasn't the case. I didn't give them much time to turn left because hardly anybody was turning left there, but I guess I'll have to make some adjustments to that. Otherwise everything is going really well. So next time we're going to probably add our last 2 monuments. I mean, why not? We're going to add a tourism thing out on this island. We're going to make this a little tourist island. And we've got all this space out here that we can play with now. So we'll have to decide what we're going to do with all that. And we have all this space too. We're going to make our little mountain suburb out here at some point. And I need to figure out what I want to do with this area too. I don't like this area right now. This is my, it's just an office park. And it's not a very interesting one. It's just kind of a high density or higher density office park. But I'd like to do something interesting with the shoreline over here. Since it's right across from our downtown area, and we'll probably have a bridge going here. And I don't know, I'll have to figure out what we want to do with that area. This is our newest tourist district. Right down the road from, actually it's an old tourist district, but it's been upgraded to a tourism specialty. Right by our big space elevator. Got hotels all over the place and natural fresh meat. So I shrunk it down a little bit because we were having a little trouble with not enough customers. But we've got this whole area around the space elevator is all designated tourism. And then just this road over here. Whoa. This is all tourism. High density. So here. this is just regular. And then down by the Statue of Liberty, I've got a little bit of tourism down here too. He's bowling in. There actually was already a lot of tourism before I even did that. Like when you look at the export map, select tourism, you can see there's a lot of tourism, a lot of businesses catering to tourists all over the city, but especially in our tourism districts over here and over here. This is our first tourism district, which was a quaint little quaint little tourism district. This road is leisure. This one is designated as leisure. When I did kind of a poll of the people here, mostly it was citizens. Citizens off of work. A few tourists sprinkled here and there. And then this area is all tourism over here, so again, it's all hotels. Nice crisp blue skies. I turned off the fog and the clouds, so now we have some nice beautiful blue skies. Go like this, and wait. Whoa. Follow the bus. So I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun playing with some of the new stuff and some new monuments, and our city is thriving. As you can see, our population is now 112,000, so we finally broke that 100,000 mark, and it's been steadily rising for a while now. We haven't had any crazy, oh, there's a fire! We haven't had any crazy population drop. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button. I hope you join me next time, when we're going to either make that, well, we're going to definitely do more population growth. We're going to make that little tourism island over there, and we're definitely going to have to make some more offices and industry, but I'll probably do a lot of that off camera. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.